Let's define jealousy first. I've been liking Grok a lot lately. I kind of stay away from Google and Alphabet products for the most part, if I can avoid it. Obviously, with certain exceptions, but I do like the Grok inputs. Oh, and the call-in link is in the live chat on YouTube right now, and I'll drop it in all chat right now. If you want to click that, you can come in and watch the show from the green room area, and I'll bring you in for the call-in segment when I'm done this monologue. But let's throw Grok up here and see what we got from his perspective. Is Grok a him or a her? I don't know. Here it is. All right. So let's go to this view. Let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger for you guys. I don't know if you probably won't be able to see that on a small screen, but I'll just read it anyway. So jealousy in women as in men can arise from a variety of psychological, social, and evolutionary factors. Number one, evolutionary psychology. From a evolutionary standpoint, jealousy might have developed as a mechanism to guard resources or mates. Women might experience jealousy to ensure the fidelity of a partner, which historically could be crucial for ensuring survival of well-being of their offspring. I think that's the main purpose of it, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think there's much else to it. There is obviously, according to search results. Let me just sort of resize this a little bit. There we go. But that would be the main reason. It's like throughout history, men have wanted sexual access from women, and women have wanted resources from men. That's really the exchange that happens. That's the bartering process. That's the way that it's always been. I think it's always going to be that way. We're never going to see that change as long as they're on the third rock from the sun and circling it at the speed we do. But that's how we're always going to be. It's a feature, not a bug. Next point made here is social comparison. Social dynamics often lead women to compare themselves to others regarding attractiveness. It's been said that comparison is a theft of joy. I don't know who said that, but it's true. Compare themselves to others regarding attractiveness, success, relationships, social status. When someone perceives another as having something that they desire, essentially envy. Jealousy can emerge as a response to this perceived inequity. Women tend to get insecure if there's younger, more beautiful, more attractive women around. The unknown, of course, becomes part of that. So I can see the social comparison style thing. Attachment styles. So this is another interesting thing because there's 4 attachment styles. I might do a video at some point on the attachment styles because they're kind of interesting. But there's an insecure, also known as anxious avoidant attachment style, which leads women to be more prone to jealousy. It's an anxious, and by the way, women have this a lot more than men. The insecure, anxious avoidant style, because they're higher in neuroticism than guys are, which is associated, obviously. An anxious, preoccupied attachment might cause someone to be overly vigilant about the relationships, fearing abandonment or betrayal. So being on the lookout for bad stuff going down. Lack of self-esteem. Lower self-esteem can exacerbate feelings of jealousy. When one feels less worthy or insecure about their own values, can lead to hypersensitivity to perceived threats in a relationship. Number 5, cultural and societal pressures. Cultural narratives often emphasize competition amongst women, particularly in areas like beauty, success, and romantic attention. I think the success component is a little bit of a BS. I think Grok's pulling that out of a little bit of the woke narrative. Women don't generally get jealous of other women because they're more successful. Like if you put a more successful woman and a more beautiful woman in the room, she's probably going to be way more jealous of the more beautiful woman. Like the whole success thing, like women understand inherently that this doesn't translate to what men want. I think they understand that men want beauty, and they want sexual access is really what it boils down to. Media and societal expectations can intensify feeling of competition and jealousy. Fine, makes sense. I don't buy the whole success thing. It might be a small element of it, like, oh, she's got a nicer car or a house or something like that, but that could be a function of mate choice selection too, and who they choose to be with. Fear of loss, number 6. Jealousy can also stem from a fear of losing something or someone valuable in relationships. This might manifest as worrying about a partner's affections turning towards somebody else. I think both sides, men and women, are reasonably vigilant on if there's an obvious decline in attention from and affection and availability in a romantic partner. Guys fear for the most part that they're going to lose sexual access, and also the notion of paternity is very important to guys as well, because women have 100% assurance of paternity if they get pregnant, men don't, which is why we tend to get jealous and mate guard. Women do it for different reasons. They're afraid they're going to lose access to, it's set up there with the Evo Psych position around access to resources and the like. By the way, you can get these mugs in the store on all the channels. If you guys want to grab some of that and support the stuff. Fear of loss. Jealousy can also stem from fear of losing someone valuable in relationships. Might manifest as worrying about a partner's affections towards someone else. Sorry, we just covered that. Personal history. Past experiences like infidelity, either personal or observed in close relationships, can make somebody more susceptible to jealousy. Trust issues stemming from previous betrayals can heighten this emotion. What's interesting about this is I think every woman, by the time they hit like 25, 30, by 30 at least, I would say, has probably had an experience with a guy that she thought she had his commitment or was working towards getting his commitment, or maybe had his commitment, and he stepped out. And they hold on to that shit very strongly. It's like, I've talked about resentment and guilt before. Resentment is something you hold towards somebody else. Guilt is something you hold towards yourself. Resentment can be, I hate him because he did what he did. And guilt can be, I don't like myself because whatever, I wasn't enough or something like that. But certainly, yeah, baggage is a problem for everybody. Everybody's got some form of baggage. It seems like the older we get, and I don't know if this happens so much with men as it does more so with women, but baggage sucks, because then you're dealing with their past trauma. It's like, he hurt me. He called me these names. He cheated on me. He pushed me up against the wall. He did this to my car or whatever, sort of thing. And it's like, they never really seem to resolve that. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here, where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.